Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday, April 21st. Welcome back. Super quick lesson today. We're going to try and speed through this unit because guess what? I have wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful news. We're right here, April 21st, our star test. And I say our because it is just like what happened with the English. In person kids are taking it May 4th. You, ladies and gentlemen, are taking it the 11th. So we have an extra week of good stuff. So we still have today, got on Friday. Then we still have 6 more days before you have to take that test on May 11th. So we still got 6 full days. I think 7 because we even have that Monday. We have 7 full days. That gives me at least 2 more days to finish this last unit, get exponentials done with. Then we can start reviewing, go at it real hard. I'm working on the videos for focuses. It's a lot of work, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying not to make it such a long video because I would hate for it to be hours and hours of stuff that you have to watch. I know some of us like that. Me, myself, and I'm kind of not wanting to do that for y'all because it is a little intense. I'm trying to figure out an easier way to do it, but we shall see. Today's topics are domain and range. Again, we have like 6 parts of this exponential functions. Today I'm going to knock out 2, and then hopefully on Friday I'll knock out 2 more, and then Monday we'll finish, and then next Wednesday we got Wednesday, Friday, another week, so that's 5 days. We got 6 days of review for the test. We're going to learn all the tricks, we're going to learn everything as much as possible. What's a key priority? Us knowing how to use that calculator, the TI-84, just in case, because that is the calculator we're going to give you, and just in case we don't get Desmos. Crossing our fingers that they are giving us Desmos, but we'll find out on May 4th. That gives us an awesome thing to know, too. May 4th, I find out we use Desmos because the in-person kids are taking it. If we don't use Desmos, we still got 2, 3 more days until you all take that test. But anyways, domain and range, and then we're going to be defining A and B from the parent function and relating it to real world problems. The second thing's very cool because it relates to finances, so you'll see what money's talking about. But let's start with domain and range. We got 3 problems. They're all very different because we got endpoints, we have 1 arrow, and we got 2 arrows. Very, very different, but very similar in the same way because domain and range is very straightforward. Sir, we've already done domain and range. Great. You should know the doctor. Let's put over here in the corner. The doctor X, Y. Anytime they talk about domain, it's X. Anytime they talk about range, it's Y. Now, what's the difference between the 3 problems? What we just talked about, these have 2 endpoints. Boom and boom. These means they're stopping points. That tells me I have 2 parts for my X and 2 parts for my Y. Blank, X, blank. Now, for the most part, hopefully remember this, but it's always going to be less than and less than. Now, if we don't remember this, a closed circle is less or equal. Open circle is less than. That's from the beginning of the year. We're going to go over a review, but let's keep going so we don't waste time. These are both closed circles, so we got less than equal to, less than equal to. Can they flip and be greater than? Yes, for the arrows. The arrows are what's dictating that. We'll talk about it right now. All right, so we're doing the domain x value because of the doctor xy, and we're going to put in some beautiful numbers for domain. How do I know who to use? I look at my points. I look at my x, looking at this line right here, and we see where those points are at. We got right here, boom, -1. Then we got this one, boom, 3. Does it matter which number goes where? Yes, it does. Why does it matter? Because we read left to right. I'm not going to read right to left. I'm reading left to right. So we do that, and then we go into the range. In the range, Again, 2 points, 2 parts. Boom. Y. Boom. Again, we're sticking to the less than or equal to because they're still both solid points. Boom. Boom. Let's use a different color. Let's use this one. And now let's do the range. Now here we're looking at the Y. We're looking at the Y axis. Boom. Since we're reading left to right, we should remember go bottom to top. So we got bottom. This is a little bit under 6. I forgot the exact number, but I think it's 5 point something. So let's just put 5.5 for right now. It's on the positive side, so it's positive 5.5. And then this one, top one, 27. Hopefully you all remember that. We talked about this at the beginning of the year. It's very, very straightforward with the 2 points. Next one. I love that it stays there. It's super cool, right? I like it. Arrow. Oh, stay here, Sam. Stay here. All right. Arrow. So I only got one solid point. So since there's only one solid point, that tells me that I have a blank somewhere. What do we start our sentence with? For domain, I'm going to start it with X and then a blank. Range, we started with Y from the Dr. XY with a blank. It's a solid point, so it is going to be equal to, but now we need to determine is it greater than or less than? Well, let's do it piece by piece. Domain. It's my X. I'm looking at these numbers. -2. From this point, where is my arrow going in terms of X? And this is where you need to look at the x-axis. Well, the arrow's going like this. I know it's going up, but is it going in the left or the right direction? Is it going left or right? Because my x-axis is left or right, okay? So where is it going? Well, sir, it's going to the right side, so I know it's going this way. So we draw an imaginary red line saying, okay, it's going this way. And how are my numbers going? Are they growing or are they getting smaller? Sir, well, the numbers are getting positive, so that means they're growing. So since they're growing, that means it's greater than. So I get to put a beautiful greater than or equal to symbol. Why is it equal to? Close circle. Again, how do I know it's greater than? I need to look at the direction of my black arrow line, and it's going directionally to the right upside, so it's going upright, and that's even a clue. Upright. Boom. So where am I going? To the right side, looking at the x-axis. Boom, boom, boom. I wish I could highlight this, but it doesn't let me, I don't think. Nope. But anyways, again, if it was going down left, then we would be going to the left side, meaning it would go smaller, so then we would put less than. But for this case, we're going to the right. All right, same thing with the y. Where is it going in respects to y? First, looks like it's 4.5, so let's put 4.5. And we should be able to see that it's going up. What are happening with these numbers? Boom, 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 boom. They're growing. So since they're going, boom, less than equal, I mean greater than equal to. Very, very straightforward. I promise. And I think I even made one of that an answer choice. An answer choice, I mean quiz question. Okay, let's keep going. And lastly, I'm going to go over this again later on, but just so we know, as you can see, I got 2 arrows, but this arrow is stopping there. For this type of function, it's always happening because there's this thing called an asymptote. We'll talk about it later because it goes more with the graphs. It's an asymptote, so it's an imaginary boundary that's stopping that function. It's not stopping it because it's going on forever, but it will never ever cross that boundary called an asymptote. Talk about it later. Let's talk about the domain and range. So we got domain. Well, since I got two arrows going like this, and they're never stopping with my x-axis, this is all real numbers. Oops. Usually, we talked about this with domain arranged and quadratic because you would go like this. It's still going left to right. It's technically always going to be all real numbers for the most part because I think there might be vertical asymptotes, but we'll come across that when we're talking about more graph related stuff. And then obviously for range, since it's stopping at 0, this is where we do have to do my Y box. Since it's stopping at 0, we put a beautiful 0. And where's the graph? Is it on the top or the bottom? It's on the top, so we're going to say Y is greater than or equal to. Awesome, awesome. That's it for the graphs. Let's talk about some money. If you need to look at it again, go for it. Not stopping you. Real quick, this is my function. We care about this, this, and this. This is time. So we're talking about days, minutes, years, seconds. X is represented by time because it's either going to extend the length of your money or it's going to minimize it. Check it out. A is your initial value. Also, your y-intercept. So that's my starting point. Initial means your start. I'll also even put the word start there. So we're talking, you go to the bank, you're given $20. That's your A value. B is your growth or decay. So your B is telling you, is my money going up or is my money coming down? Usually for all these problems, your money is always going up because that's what we like. Make sure it's above 1 though. So for growth, it needs to be +1. If it's decay, it's going to be, sorry, let's redo that. Growth is going to be more than 1. Decay is less than 1. And you'll see right here in the examples, you'll see what I mean. Okay? If I went too fast, rewind it, watch it again. Cannot, we're gonna waste time. All right. Real quick. This is what we're worried about. B of X equals 850 1.025 X. For these problems, they're only giving you two numbers for the most part because it's just talking about finances. Like I said, when you end up going to the bank, they're going to give you all these things and tell you if you're going to be growing money or you might lose money. You'll learn that more in the future. So, X is usually just there. That's for time, so don't worry about that for right now. Gotta make sure we understand, okay, this is my A and this is my B. Now, is this growing or is it decaying? Remember, decaying means it's going down. Well, sir, even though it's 0.05, that means it's more than 1, so we're growing. So I'm going to put we're growing. And this is my start. So whoever this person is put in 850 bucks and they're growing it at this percentile. So let's read it. The initial balance of the account decreases. Decreases is not what we're doing because we just did growing, so F is wrong. The balance in the account increases at a rate at 2.5. Well, there's a 25 there. Increases seems like an option, so I'm going to put a question mark. The initial balance of the account was $1,025. The initial is not correct because we just said this is a start, so that's not right. The balance in this account at the end of 1 year is $850. That's not correct because this is after time. We're not mentioning time yet. The start is right there. We still need to grow it, so that is incorrect. Very, very complicated. It's a lot of words, I know, but check it out. You literally only have to worry about this and this. Next one. How do I know that? Check it out. Again, f of x equals 245, 1.12x. This is my A, this is my B. Is it growing? Yes, it's on more than one, so we're going to say growing. And this is my start. All right. Which statement best interpretation of the values? The initial number is 12. Boom. Wrong. It's 245. The initial number of the bacteria decreases. Boom. We just said it's growing. Wrong. The number of bacteria increases by at a rate of 12% each day. Increases is a good word because we're growing. The number of bacteria at the end of 1 day is 245. No, because even if we put 1 right here and you put in the calculator, it's still going to be more than 245. Oh my Jesus. The first one and the second one are the same thing? Let's see the third one. Okay, this was a better one. I like this problem. F of x equals 5.00, 1.012x. Guess what? My start, my increasing value, since it's always greater than 1. So we're growing. We haven't even talked about any decreasing, but be on the lookout for your discussion. All right. What does the 5 represent? What does this 5 represent? My A value is my start. We should be able to do the question easily. The interest in the savings account is earned for the first year. This is talking about time. That's not my X. This is wrong. The annual interest rate of the savings account. That's my B value interest rate. This is wrong. The number of years. Yeah, I can stop right there because we're not talking about X. The starting balance. Boom. That's it for right now. All beautiful. I'm going to do the video for the quiz in the quiz. So watch out for that video in the quiz. Like again, look out for all my messages. May 11th is the day for you all. Be on the lookout. We're going to start studying ASAP. Have a good day.